Welcome to Full Moon Meditation. In the entire human history, except Lord Mahavir, everybody became enlightened on the day of full moon. So you can imagine the potential it provides for meditators. In the whole human history, if only one person is seen as an exception, that's an indication of something. On this day, the crime rate is also very high. There were some studies being conducted, and in California it was reported around 60% higher crime on the day of full moon. Hundreds of meditators I interacted with, they feel uneasy, or a meditator or not a meditator, they feel some kind of feverishness on the day of full moon. Emotions goes high. Various things like this happen. Now the energy is energy. It can be directed in a good way or not so in good way. So one can go into transformation or one can go into crime. It's up to the utilization, how we would like to utilize it. If you notice, the ocean also become very up. Now, for us, we will be utilizing this day into meditation. And I recommend for the one who has chosen the path of knowing truth, 3 days close to the full moon, I personally found more the day of full moon and 2 days before more effective than 1 day before full moon and 1 day after full moon and the day of full moon. Generally after the night of full moon, it's not that much of energy. And this is my personal experience, but what I have seen, most of the retreats are done 1 day before and 1 day after. And obviously the main day of full moon. In Vishnu Puran also there is a mentioning of full moon. For meditator, I recommend that these 3 days they don't do any other work and focus their energy on going inward and taking the help from the moon energy. The meditation which I designed, the stage 0 is cleansing. So we just do gibberish. In the gibberish, speak the language which you don't know, anything which comes up. So go on, whatever the expression comes, whatever you can do to keep the mind busy. The recent references for gibberish comes from a Sufi mystic, Jabbar. Jabbar in his whole life never spoke any word, but still he had thousands of followers. So anyone would come to him, ask any question, and he would just do his hand, which means get started, and the person starts. And with this you can also combine the expressions. So do the cathartic practice and get released. So stage 0 for cleansing, we do the gibberish. And then the meditation process starts. So stage 1, we would connect our hara center with the moon, and in that we take these two fingers and using them on the navel center, we move it slowly clockwise. So the stage 1 is of 15 minutes, and these 15 minutes we move it on the hara clockwise first. So 7.5 minutes for clockwise, and then we change the hand, another hand, and then we move it anti-clockwise. So 7.5 and 7.5, 15 minutes. So the one hand in the first part of stage 1, when it is moving up, then the other hand exactly where you moving goes behind. So it would be done lying down, and one hand up and one hand behind like this. If you have done rightly, it would remain comfortable. And then you move, so these two fingers comes up and this hand goes behind. So from left hand in the second part of the stage 1, you are moving anti-clockwise and the other hand goes exactly behind where you moving the hand. So this is establishing the connection with the moon. Then on stage 2, we stand up, and when we stand up, this portion of the palm outside, we press that as hard as possible without disturbing our shoulders or anything like that, and at the same time we look from both the eyes on the tip of the nose. And with that we chant the mantra Shiv. So both the eyes looking on tip of the nose and chanting the mantra Shiv with hands pressed. So it would be like Shiv, 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 Shiv. So like that we go on for 5 minutes. We do this stage minimum. It can be done till 10 minutes also. Now you also see the surroundings and atmosphere. If it can be done loud like a lion, it's good. If not, you bring the voice from the hara center and have that same intensity but not loud. So that's stage 2. In the stage 3, we breathe in from the nose and breathe out from the mouth. And when we are breath out, then we breathe in from the mouth and then breathe out from the nose. So first inhale nose, exhale mouth, then inhale mouth, exhale nose. So it would be gazing at the moon and doing it. Now there could be places where the moon is not available to gaze, it's so cold, or the atmosphere is not supporting it. Then it's okay, you can do it without also. Somehow the moon energy is reaching you wherever you are. But it's much more effective if it is done using the moon. So then in the eyes the moon energy coming in, and with that we doing the breathing. So the breathing would be, so you inhale, like that. So we start slow and then later on it get more intensified and faster. So then it would be like and the neck towards the moon. So looking at the moon and continuing it. So that's stage 3. And the stage 4, and before we go to stage 4, the duration for stage 3 would be for 1 hour. And it can also be depending upon the dynamics of the group. So you can also reduce it if you want for 45 minutes. And the one who are more dynamic, they can take it to, instead of 1 hour, to 2 hours. So that would, the time would vary depending upon the group. Now this breathing is the main part of the meditation. Stage 4 we chant the mantra. So either you can take alak mantra or soham. So for both we would use the neck movement. For alak, it would be like you take the neck back, so all the way going back, and eyes remain closed, and then when you bring it down all the way, you chant alak. So it's like alak, 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 alak. So as loudly as you can roar like a lion, do it. And when we do alak, automatically the mool bandh get applied, what you call moola bandha. The correct pronunciation, mool bandh, will be applied. So you go all the way back, and breathing in this stage would be mouth. So here when you go back, you breathe in alak, 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 alak. And if you use the mantra soham, then for so, there won't be a voice. You only take inhale, that is so. And for hum, there would be voice. So when you go back, and it would be hum, 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 hum. In hum, you touch the tongue just close to the where the teeth are roped, where the teeth and the skin meeting, just behind that. So if you just put the tongue on the teeth, then the back part of the tongue would touch that area. So as you go all the way back, breathe in hum, hum, hum. So you touch the tongue also. So these are the stages in activeness of this meditation. And in the last stage, you simply lay down in savasana. That would be for minimum 45 minutes. So do not get up that okay, enough rest, I'm getting up. Totally sink yourself on the mattress and relax the body as much as possible. And that is the time we go more into the depth. So all the hard work which is done, now getting settled in the body. Now in between, if you need any support, like it would happen that during the breathing time, on the third stage, I'm not counting the gibberish as a stage, I said that stage 0. The third stage breathing, in which will be in this stage, the Kundalini will do its job You'll feel lots of energy in the various parts of the body, and you might feel like, and these hands got like this or that, and you cannot move the body. A lot of things like this would happen. All that is okay. You are safe and supported by the divine powers, and of course whoever is facilitating this meditation. It would happen whatever it get, like you feel like cramped or just stuck. After some time it will come down. So don't be afraid to that. Just keep going. Only the people who has heart problem, they need to be careful. They do the breathing slow. And as much they feel that this is what my body supports, they go into this. They do not push it in any way. But the one who are fine, they are very encouraged to go all the way. Just one thing can bring your inside potentials out, is that in the whole human history except one person, if everybody got enlightened on the night of full moon, it's an indicative of something. It has something. Now that is one aspect, and second, the process I explained you. You do the process thoroughly and you experience something yourself. Now we'll start the meditation. Before that, if anyone has any question, I'll be happy to answer. If no question, then you got everything. Enjoy your meditation.